He fell in love with her. He messaged her every morning, spoke to her every night, sent her money, planned a future with her. But there was one problem. She never existed. What he thought was a real woman was something else entirely. And by the time he realized it, he'd already given away more than money. He'd given away trust, time, emotion. And the part that hurts most is this. To him, it all felt real. They met online, like people do now. Nothing unusual, just a message, then another, then long conversations that somehow got deeper faster than they should have. She was funny, warm, attentive. She replied at the right moments, said the right things, asked the right questions. She made him feel seen. And that was the trap. Because the most dangerous scams don't start with fear. They start with comfort. They start with someone who seems to understand you better than anyone else. Soon, they were talking every day. Morning messages, late night voice notes, long calls that stretched for hours. They had little jokes, shared routines. Even that quiet, easy kind of conversation people only usually have once they feel close to someone. That's what made it convincing. She didn't feel fake. She felt more real than most people he'd ever known. She sent selfies, short videos, voice clips. Everything matched. Same face, same voice, same energy. Nothing seemed off. If anything, she felt almost too good to be true. But when people are lonely, or hopeful, or simply want to believe something good has found them, too good to be true doesn't always feel like a warning. Sometimes it feels like luck. Weeks passed. Then months. And somewhere in that time, this stopped feeling like an online connection and started feeling like love. Real love. The kind where you start rearranging your life around another person. The kind where a message from them can change your whole mood. Then came the first emergency. She called him up sad. Not just sad. Panicked. Her voice was shaking. She said something had happened and she needed help urgently. Money. Just this once. She sounded embarrassed asking. Promised she hated doing it. Promised she'd make it right. He sent it? Of course he did. That's the part people watching from the outside always get wrong. They think they'd spot it. They think they'd laugh. Hang up. Block the number. But that's not how these stories work when you're inside them. When you care about someone, helping doesn't feel stupid. It feels automatic. After that, there was another problem. Then another. A delayed payment. A blocked account. Travel trouble. A crisis she couldn't handle alone. Every time, the story changed. Just enough to feel new. But the emotion stayed the same. Urgency. Vulnerability. Dependence. And every time, she knew exactly what to say. At one point, she told him she was stranded and couldn't get home without him. She was crying. Really crying. Her voice breaking, saying his name like he was the only person she could rely on. That hit him hard, because by then, he didn't feel like he was sending money to a stranger. He felt like he was rescuing someone he loved. So he kept sending it, but then the cracks started to show. Not big ones at first. Tiny things. A detail that didn't line up. A story told one way, then told another. A moment where her answer felt slightly off. Not wrong enough to set off an alarm immediately. Just wrong enough to stay in the back of his mind. Then he asked to meet her. That was when everything changed. Before that, there had always been reasons to delay. Bad timing. Family problems. Camera issues. Last-minute chaos. But now, when he pushed for something real, something immediate, the excuses came faster, Monsieur. This a bidi baburu. So he pushed harder. Not angrily. Just clearly. Show me you're real. There was a pause. Then she sent a video. She was smiling, looking into the camera, saying his name, moving naturally, sounding exactly like herself. For a second, that should have ended all doubt. Instead, it made it worse, because it was too smooth, too perfect, too precise, like something built to remove suspicion, not something spontaneous and human. That was the moment everything began to collapse. He went back through the messages, the voice notes, the photos, the videos, all the moments that had felt intimate, personal, genuine, and suddenly they looked different. Not romantic, constructed, Not natural. Engineered. That's when the truth hit him. There was no woman waiting to meet him. No relationship. No future. No her. Just AI. The face may have been generated. The photos may have been synthetic. The voice may have been cloned. The messages may have been scripted, optimized, designed to hold his attention and build his trust one day at a time. He hadn't just been talking to a scammer. He'd been talking to something built to feel human. And that is what makes this so disturbing. Because if a scammer lies to you, you can imagine the person behind it. But when AI helps create the character, shape the tone, mimic emotion, and respond in ways that feel real, the line between deception and relationship starts to disappear. By the time he accepted what had happened, the money was gone. Thousands. But that wasn't even the full damage. The real damage was emotional. The humiliation, the replaying of every conversation in his head, the sick feeling of realizing that moments he thought were intimate had been manufactured. That affection had been used like a tool. That the person he trusted enough to help had never been a person at all. And he isn't the only one. This is happening right now. Not in some distant future, not a science fiction. Right now. AI is no longer just copying voices or making fake images. It's helping create entire identities. People you can message, call, trust, confide in, even love. That's why this story matters. Because most people think scams work by pressuring your fear. But the more dangerous ones work by earning your affection first. So be honest. If someone messaged you every day, listened to you, understood you, remembered things, made you feel wanted, made you feel less alone, would you really know they weren't real? Or would you believe it too? Because the scariest part isn't that AI can fake a face, it's that it can fake a connection. And somewhere right now, someone is messaging one, trusting one, falling in love with one, with absolutely no idea there was never anyone there at all.